on for a second, guys. What's going on, guys? Another Gamer 808 here, bringing you a Never No Nation podcast episode. Today, it's just going to be a normal, regular podcast today. We don't have any guests on today, but basically, this No Nation podcast basically is about gaming news, tech news, movie news, and TV shows. But yeah, guys. Hope you guys do enjoy this podcast, and I appreciate everyone who is listening right now. But I know I'm a little tired today. The reason why I'm a little tired, I was trying to get as much sleep as much as I can and relax. But yeah, I'm a little tired today, but I'm going to try to get through it today with this podcast and try to get it up for next week. So hope everyone is having a great Friday. I hope you guys are doing well today. But let's get on to the topics today. Today, Call of Duty is getting a break in 2023. I do have an article about it, and let's get on to it here. Let's see. This comes from techradar.com, and I'm going to read it to you guys, and then we'll have our opinions on it, but just hold on for a second, guys. I got to load this article up, and then I'll read it to you guys for this article that I found. Venice Salic, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to No Nation, my dude. Welcome to the podcast. Thank you so much for listening. But I'm just pulling this article up, and then we'll discuss about it. But appreciate you coming and listening to the podcast. Thank you so much for the follow. Venerous Alex. Oh, okay. I'm sorry, man. My bad. I thought it was Salic for a moment, but I get it now. Sorry I'm a little off today. I'm a little tired, but I did relax just before I got into the podcast today, so I'm just going to try to get it in today. Call of Duty will be Maya in 2023, insider claim. War's taking breath. But yeah, this is Call of Duty will be Maya in 2023, insider claim. Activision is apparently giving Call of Duty a break in 2023, pushing the release of Treyarch next entry into the series into 2024. Instead of a full-blooded release, Activision plans to support this year's currently unannounced Call of Duty through 2023 with an additional content. The decision to break from the annual release cycle is because last year's Call of Duty Vanguard failed to meet Activision's speculation Bloomberg reports. While Vanguard was the best-selling game of 2021, its sales were still marked lower than the previous years of Black Ops Cold War. If these reports are accurate, it will make 2023 the first year without a new Call of Duty in 2 decades. Apparently, Activision will fill the gap with continued support for this year's Call of Duty, its free-to-play spin-off Warzone. This year's Call of Duty is alleged to bringing a second free-to-play spin-off titled DMZ, which also helped fill the gaps between mainline releases. According to Tom Henderson, a freelance writer with the second record of reporting on Call of Duty and Battlefield 2042 leaks. DMZ is inspired by games like Escape from Tarkov, which mixes multiplayer with AI enemies and high-pressure loot game. Activision hasn't confirmed Bloomberg's report, instead saying in a statement has an excitement slate of premium free-to-play Call of Duty experience for this year, next year, and beyond. Activision isn't the first publisher to step away from an annual release cycle. After releasing a new game 7 years in a row, Ubisoft had to give Assassin's Creed a break. A Mood Payoff 2 Origin, released 2 years after the Syndicate, was one of the best reviewed and best-selling games in the series' history, selling more than double the copies of Syndicate did in the first 10 years. And yeah, it just goes on from there. But what do you guys think of this? Do you think Call of Duty definitely needs a break from? Do you think Activision definitely needs a break from Call of Duty? Let me know, guys. And hold on real quick. Hold on real quick, guys. My dogs are going off. So hold on. Let me mute myself real quick. Sorry about that, guys. But let's continue. Steam has been in the works of working on bringing PC Game Pass, which is Xbox's Game Pass version, on PC. They're possibly could be bringing it to PC. So here I have an article, and it comes from Valve, Verge, I should say, this website. So let me pull it up, and then we'll discuss. But yeah, I think Call of Duty definitely needs a break from Activ. I think Activision definitely needs a break from Call of Duty because they've been working on it like the past few years. So I think they definitely need a break, 100%. According with this Microsoft Activision Blizzard deal, it's supposed to go through into next year. So I wouldn't be surprised. Venus as in the planet. Oh, Venus. Oh, Venus. Okay. I got you, man. Valve, more than happy to help Microsoft bring PC Game Pass to Steam. Valve CEO Gab Newell is open to Microsoft launching its PC Game Pass service on Steam. In an interview with PC Gamer, Newell says Valve has no plans for the Xbox Game Pass competitor, but that it would be happy to work with Microsoft to bring PC Game Pass to Steam. I don't think it's something that we would think we need to do over ourselves building a subscription service at this time, Newell said. But for the customer, it is clearly a popular option and would be more than happy to work with them to give that on Steam. And Microsoft and Valve have held discussions about bringing PC Game Pass to Steam, but it's clearly early days and may never happen. This is what Newell said. We have talked to people for quite a bit about the topic. If you're a customer wanting it, then you should figure out how to make it happen. There's where it's at. But yeah, it just talks about PC Game Pass. But yeah, what are you guys' thoughts on this? Do you think Microsoft and Steam could work together to bring PC Game Pass to the Steam platform? It could be a possibility because the Steam Deck is doing really well, and I think that'd be a good handheld console for Xbox because they do want to focus on cloud gaming. So cloud gaming is a thing on Microsoft. So I don't know. We'll have to see. And I think Microsoft and Steam are kind of like collabs together because basically you can connect your friends on Steam on Xbox for your Xbox friends is what I've heard about. So I wouldn't be really surprised. So let's go on to the next one. The next thing. Discord's new policies. Discord just released that they're going to change the some of the guidelines on their platform. I do have an article about it. But yeah, they are in the works of making new policies for Discord. And this definitely comes from Verge as well. And I'll read this one out to you guys, so you guys have a good, clear, up-to-date basis on that. So we'll get on to that next. Discord's new policy will ban harmful and medical advice taking aim at anti-vax groups. Discord is overhauling its policy and community guidelines to tackle health misinformation, off-platform behavior, and hate speech. The company announced on Friday it's the biggest policy update for Discord in nearly 2 years. It is designed to target groups of individuals that participate in organized violence, spread harmful anti-vaccination material, or harass other users with hate speech. After the 2 years of the pandemic, Discord is making its policies more clear about health misinformation and new community guidelines, which will go into effect on March 28th, which that is this month. Discord says users may not share false or misleading information on Discord that is likely to cause physical or spiritual harm. This includes the content that could result in damage to physical infrastructure, injuries to others, and content that endangers public health. The change is clearly targeting at anti-vaxxers who post and promote severe, misleading health information, but it doesn't mean all anti-vaxxers will be removed from the platform. And this comes from Chris Smith getting interviewed by Verge. He's the legal officer of Discord. Here's what he had to say. If someone posts on Discord, drink 4 ounces of bleach and your body will be rid of the coronavirus, that's actionable. Medical consensus does not support that as a treatment for COVID. There is a little likelihood of harm for anyone that follows that advice. And this comes from him still saying this. Crystal against your chest for 5 minutes. Your lung capacity will improve. Crystal and the healing power of crystal is not supported by medical consensus, but there are also a very low risk of harm to our users. So that statement about crystals, we're not going to auction it, I should say. Let's see. And then he goes on from here. Discord is limiting off-platform behavior to the highest harm categories of organized violence and sexualizing minors. If a Discord user is charged with drug possessions or implicated in creating around a school exam, those aren't the highest harm off-platform behaviors that we're going to take into account. We're going to focus on the off-platform behaviors that had the highest harm potential for our users and someone's Discord experience. And then he just continues going on. But what do you guys think of these new policy rules for Discord? Do you think they're actually going to be great for the Discord community? Because I definitely like some of the rules that they have here, so kudos to Discord. They definitely are doing an amazing job, so good for them. I'm happy for them, and that's great. Also, Indiana Jones 5, also as well, is wrapped up their filming for this year of the release of the new Indiana Jones 5 movie that's in the works. They are working on. So I'm pretty excited for Indiana Jones 5. I hope it's better than the Crystal Skull, because that is the last one that came out, I think, a couple years ago. Like 2000, I think 10 or 12. I'm not really sure. But it's somewhere around there. But yeah, here's what here's the article about it. But Indiana Jones 5 filming has wrapped up on the long-awaited sequel. Producer Frank Marshall has taken to Twitter to confirm that the filming has completed on a long delay. Indiana Jones 5 Harrison Ford will return to doing the iconic Fedoria in what is surely to be his final film as the legendary adventurer. James Mangold, he's the guy who makes Ford and Ferrari, takes over directing duties from Steven Spielberg, who remains on board as a producer. Plot details and a little for the film are non-existent at the moment. Through some kind of passing the torch is expected. And this is Poe Waller-Bridge, which is the guy who makes Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Then, of course, you got Thomas Kretschmann, who makes the King Kong movies. It goes on from here, and then Shahante Renee Wilson from Black Panther, and then Toby Jones from Captain America, and the Avengers, and then you got a Tony Banderas, The Mask of Zorro, which I haven't heard of that, but those are pretty good actors that are doing this last Indiana Jones movie. But yeah. And then that goes from here. Development of the fifth Indiana Jones film has literally since the release of Indiana Jones Crystal Skull in 2008. Okay, 2008. It was somewhere around there. But George Lucas kicked around the idea for the next installment, which was ultimately held off to Kathleen Kennedy, which that is the person who basically kind of messed up the Skywalker trilogy. So, and I think they released her, later on after The Rise of Skywalker. When she became president of Lucasfilm in 2012, the studio put the film on back burner in order to focus on the next Star Wars films. With version of script from David Cope from Jurassic Park and Jonathan Kasdan from Solo Star Wars Story. So a lot of people from the Star Wars trilogy are doing this last Indiana Jones film movie. But yeah, and it just talks about how they had these delays with shoulder injuries from Ford, and then official release delays because of the pandemic, of course. But yeah, Indiana Jones 5. This is the actual date when Indiana Jones 5 does is supposed to hit theaters. June 30th, 2023, which that is next year, guys. But yeah, that's what this movie is. But hope you guys are excited for Indiana Jones 5 being the last film for Harrison Ford. So, what do you guys think of it? What do you guys think of Indiana Jones 5? Is it going to be a really great movie than the fourth one? Let me guys know. Also, as well, there's a big Star Wars leak going around recently about Daisy Ridley's new trilogy, which basically is probably in the disaster zone right now, because it looks like that the main actor who plays Daisy Ridley, who plays Rey in the movie Daisy Ridley, could be taken place by a Marvel actor, which kind of is going to be disappointing. But yeah, here it is. Star Wars is changing with an ongoing releases of its new Disney Plus shows. The new information from a noted leaker has revealed that Hay star Daisy Ridley will be stepping aside as the Jedi in the favor of a new Marvel actor to play the hero in a decade after the Rise of Skywalker. The recent release of Star Wars TV shows on Disney Plus, The Mandalorian, The Book of Boba Fett, and have expanded on the stories of Luke Skywalker and Ahsoka Tano. Outside of their own films of series, the same is reported going to happen for Rey, who has last seen at the end of The Rise of Skywalker, but with a new look. Rey is going to have her story continued in a TV series acting as a sequel to The Rise of Skywalker on Disney streaming service. According to noted Star Wars leaker Mike Zorro, which I watch his content a lot, he also revealed how this series will affect the story of Rey's character going forward. It should be pointed out, however, that Zorro's information has not always been 100% correct, so his new leaked knowledge should be taken with a grain of salt. And then Zorro claims, inspired by Star Wars Legends, is on its way to Disney Plus and will act as a direct sequel to The Rise of Skywalker and is due to be released in 2024. In this series, Rey will be taking on a brand new role in her community. This is definitely looking towards disappointment towards the show, but it definitely is disappointing because Daisy Ridley was like basically the main character of Ray, and if someone else took over it, it might ruin that series. But I'm not 100% sure if it will be better, but it could be. There's a lot of things that could change later on, so there's not a doubt that Daisy Ridley could be stepping down. This is just only leakers, so there's not 100% true if that's going to happen or not. But if it did, it does look towards it being disappointing. But time will tell by that. And also as well, the Inami Asaka skin is out on Fortnite right now. It just came out this week. It's basically a Japanese tennis player, which I think this is their fourth celebrity, or basically their third or fourth celebrity person that they had on the thing. So I do have an article about it on Verge.com. But yeah, it just goes into details about it. But yeah, it's a skin that you get in the item shop. It's like a bundle, like how it came with LeBron James's bundle and a lot of other characters that came with their bundles. But yeah, Nomo Amasaki is coming to Fortnite, and it's already out right now. But Nanami Asaka will be joining the Battle Royale with two different character skins that will go on sale, which that's already passed this week, March 3rd. One outfit has come to clear that tennis influences with other is called the Dark Suspetti outfit, but both come with an assortment of matching accessories. Akasaka will be showing off her in an in-game character in a bit early with streams with Twitch star Belizer on March 1st at 7 p.m. Eastern. That's already passed. Real-world stars have steadily from creeping their way into Fortnite. Most recently with the addition of Silk Sonic duo Bruno Mars, Anderson Peak, along with multiple versions of Tom Holland, which comes to athletes like LeBron James, Neymar Jr. Fortnite kicked off its third chapter last December so far that it's included everything with giant monsters and an art gallery, big collaboration events within the NBA. The game's next season is expected to debut in March, which that is this month. Sometime in this month. So I'm not 100% sure, but this definitely is another good collab by Fortnite. Fortnite always pulls off the really great collabs, so it is good, and I'm happy for Fortnite and Epic Games. They do an amazing job on doing collabs, and they nail it. So I think every other game nails it too as well, but I think Fortnite nails it better than anyone else in the gaming industry. Also, as well, GTA Trilogy is getting I think like a refresh or like a big update, like a major platform update for all the platforms. But yeah, it's getting a big performance update from the GTA Trilogy. But yeah, here we go. Rockstar Games has released a major update for Grand Theft Auto Trilogy that brings improved performance across all platforms, including graphic modes that are included with likes of PS5 and Xbox Series X. Generally, the update improves stability, fixes checkpoint issues, and collision detection, along with touching up numerous textures and signage. It also addresses errors where achievements weren't earned under specific circumstances. All the fixes are listed on Rockstar's support site. These fixes seem minor, but they could make a particularly difficult selection within each game a little easier to bear. The collection will launch on November 2021. Arrived with rifle with guns. It seemed a rifle with bugs, but it seemed to be getting closer to experience that many gamers expected it was announced. So yeah, this is big. This is definitely a really big update for Grand Theft Auto Trilogy. So what do you guys think of it? Is it going to be very interesting? Let me let you what you guys think about it. Is it a really good idea? Let me know. Also, as well, this is a very disappointing news for Major League Baseball. I've been a fan of Major League Baseball for a while, but MLB had the CBA, which I think is the company that runs MLB, Major League Baseball, are denying that contract that was supposed to be signed by the end of February. So we won't be getting spring training, but they're canceling some of the opening season games and two of the regular season games. But this comes from ESPN. This comes from ESPN, so we're gonna read it here and see what this is all about. But yeah, here we go. MLB cancels first two regular season series after the MLBPA rejects legal final proposal. Major League Baseball has canceled opening day, with Commissioner Rob Manfred announcing Tuesday that the sport will scrap regular season games over a labor dispute for the first time in 27 years. After a criminous lockout, talks collapsed in the hour before the management deadline. With owners and players unable to agree a contract to replace the collective bargaining agreement that expired December 1st, Manfred canceled the two series for each of the 30 teams, cutting each club's schedule from 162 games to likely 156 at most. A total of 91 games were erased. Manfred said the league and the union have not made plans for the future ninjutation and that players won't be paid for missed games. My deepest, and this comes from Manfred, the owner of MLB. My deepest hope is that we get an agreement quickly. I'm really disappointed we didn't make an agreement. And then after the side of the made progression during 13 invitation seasons over 16 and a half hour Monday, the league sent the Players Association a best and final offer on Tuesday, the ninth straight day of invitation. And then it just goes on from there. Tom Clark says, remaining committed to the bargaining process, getting back on the field as soon as possible. Players won't want to play. Everyone knows that. The reason we are not playing is simple. A lockout is a ultimate economic weapon. A $10 million industry. The owner has made a consensus decision to use this weapon against the greatest asset that they have, the players. The group won't be mitigated. I've seen more unity over the last few years than any time in our recent history. And it just goes on from there, but this makes me really disappointed. This definitely makes me really disappointed that we're not getting a 162 game season, but we're only getting a 156 game season. But it is very disappointing, but at least we're getting baseball. I'm really happy about that. If we didn't get a whole baseball season, I would be really upset. I would have cried if we didn't get a whole baseball season. Like, how would I really spend my whole summer without baseball? Like, it's crazy, but it definitely makes a lot of people really upset about it because a lot of people love baseball. They really do. It's just like another thing like football, but football is a little bit different. But a lot of people love the baseball during the summertime, so it definitely is really frustrating for me as a baseball fan. I won't be leaving MLB. I'll be still a baseball fan for my whole life, basically. But it definitely looks towards frustration for this, but it is what it is. I'm not mad about it. It's just baseball. A lot of contracts are not going to go through. Some do, some don't. So it's just very disappointing, but we're just going to move on and hopefully we'll get baseball this season. Also, as well, Xbox Game Pass is, I think, Please hold on. Hold on for a second, guys. But yeah, this is something about Xbox Game Pass. I forgot the name of the article that I was talking about. Oh! Xbox Game Pass will get Marvins of Guardians of the Galaxy Kentucky Route Zero in March. The description also comes with Final Fantasy games this month as well. But yeah, Xbox Game Pass subscribers are getting quite a few good games in March, including Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy, Kentucky Route Zero, Lightning Returns, Final Fantasy XIII, Lawn Mowing Simulator. And these games will come out, including Microsoft's Flight Simulator, which will be coming to Microsoft Cloud platforms only for that. So, also as well, these are the games that are coming out, and here's are the dates. On March 1st, Far Change Tides will be coming to cloud and console and PC, which that comes out this week. Microsoft Flight Simulator Cloud comes out March 1st, but that came out this week. Lightning Returns Final Fantasy 13, which that came out this week, March 3rd. Kentucky Route Zero Cloud will be coming to cloud, console, and PC on March 10th. That will be, of course, on all platforms. Lawn Mowing Simulator will be on Xbox One on March 10th. And Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy will be out on cloud, console, and PC on March 10th. Young Souls will be out on cloud, console, and PC on March 10th, which that will be next week. I will be picking up definitely Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. That's definitely the next ones that I'm getting. I mean, these are also the other games that are possibly could be coming out in March of this year. Nier Automata will be coming to cloud, console, and PC. And Poges will be coming to cloud, console, and PC. And Torchlight Free will be coming to cloud, console, and PC. And then Surge 2 will be coming to cloud, console, and PC. And those are possibly the ones that are coming out on March 15th. Oh, these are the departures. Never mind. These are the games that actually are leaving on March 15th. So are expected to leave Xbox Game Pass. Also as well, there is a new Switch leak going around that there could be another Switch coming out in the coming years. This is a big leak, actually, coming from NintendoEverything.com. I'm going to read it to you guys. But yeah, what's your guys' thoughts on those Xbox Game Pass games coming to Xbox this month? I'm definitely looking forward to Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm definitely going to be picking that game up 100% for sure. I definitely want to do maybe like Twitch streams on it, or maybe do a YouTube series on it. You never know. Or I might just play it off camera. But yeah, getting on to the next thing. The VOD leak may be hint of a new Switch Nintendo system. The VOD was hit with a cyber attack last week that we won't get into all the details of the leak that may have reversed the pointing to a new type of Switch system. Has since come forward with a list of leaks files. Among them is NVN2 folder. Apparently, the MVDLSS driver, possible file about 2939. This notable for the Switch has an NVN is the API that Switch programs are written against. The NVIDIA developed the technology for Nintendo for the DLSS, but against the NVIDIA has a type of tech that involved with the high-resolution AI unscaling tech. Currently, it is not something that the Switch can really take advantage of on its own. A new type of hardware could be required. It's said that the existence of the NVN2 folder as well as the DLSS driver could point to a new type of Nintendo device that is in development and for far along at that. Additionally, from Twitter user Kopite Zenkimi, who is known for the NVIDIA leaks, has been claiming that a new Switch is on its way to a chip 2939. Commented Drake. Ultimately, that we were dealing with here is a very interesting development, but not in an official announcement. Fans can only speculate as to the meaning of a recent leak, with one of believing that the NVIDIA is tinkering on new Nintendo Switch hardware with proper DLS support. And what do you guys think of that? Do you think it's going to be a good one pretty soon? Haley PS, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to No Nation, my dude. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thanks for listening to the No Nation podcast. But yeah, what's going on, Haley? Just trying to, I'm a little tired today, but I'm just trying to hang around, trying to get this podcast up for next week. So I'm just trying my best just to try to get through these articles, and I did rest before I started this podcast today. So if I'm a little off today, I'm just a little tired, but I'm just trying my best to get this podcast going. So, also as well, Ukraine is calling on gaming industries to get rid of some Russian things, because the whole thing that happened between Russia invading Ukraine, which is a thing that's been going on recently. But yeah, the gaming industry is basically are trying to stand up with Ukraine to get rid of some of the things that are related to Russia. So yeah, just trying to stop by, supporting our Discord members. I realize I haven't participated on your streams yet, so I'm so sorry. Oh, you're good, Haley. You're all good. I appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate the support. But yeah, no worries. You're all good. I'm just happy you came on by and said hello. But you don't have to be here all the time. But I'm just happy you're here. That's all that matters. It's all that matters. But I appreciate you being here. But here's the next article. Ukraine calls on a gaming industry to suspend businesses with Russia. The Ukraine government is beseeching the video game companies and esports operators to cut off Russian gamers and esports teams. The request is to attempt to rally Russian oppositions to their country's invasion of Ukraine. It was issued in a letter published online this morning by Myalo Furov. I don't know who his name is, but Ukraine's Vice Prime Minister, Minister of Digital Transformation. Here's what he said: to temporarily block all Russian and Belarusian accounts, temporarily stopped for the participation of Russian and Belarusian teams and gamers in all international esports events, cancel all the international events holding on the territory of Russia and Belarus. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I'm sorry about that, guys. We are sure that such actions will motivate the citizens of Russia to proactively stop this disgraceful military aggression. And this is on Twitter from Farage, tagged by Xbox, PlayStation on the request. Reps for both platforms did not immediately comment. Xbox parent Microsoft has been assisting Ukraine's cyber defense against Russia. Farvo also urged Riot Games, EA, Ubisoft, Gameloft, and Wargaming to shut their offices in Russia. There's no place for aggressors on the global technological map, he wrote. And then it just goes on from there. But on Saturday, the Ukraine digital marketplace Demarker, which sells digital gear for Counter-Strike Go, blocking Russia and Belarusian accounts, freezing those users, is set. But yeah, it just keeps on going. But yeah, it's crazy. But I don't 100% blame the Ukraine for calling out the gaming industry to get rid of some businesses with Russia because they don't want to do it with them anymore. But yeah, it's crazy, you know. This is helping me skip reading all this war news via Twitter, so thank you. Oh yeah, no problem. But yeah, it is crazy to see how the gaming industry is stepping up for this, but yeah, the gaming industry should, and they definitely should cut off with some things with Russia. So it's sad, but I think the Russians should get more respect. But just as it looks, it's just terrible, you know. But I don't want to go any further into that, but I just want to just explain that out. But I was doing eventually going to think about doing really soon is do a charity for to support people to Ukraine, and if I thought it would be a really great idea, I might do that maybe later on, maybe next week or something ish. I might do that, but yeah, I know Streamlabs is doing something for that, so I might look into that. Or if the Red Cross wants me to invite me to do a charity again for that cause, I would definitely would like to do that. But anyways, we're gonna skip that ever one that I talked about because Overwatch about Xbox Game Pass confirming all their March games. I did talk about that earlier, but we're gonna start on a very sad news. This is about a Star Wars legend, not one of the Star Wars legends that we pretty know, but this is a never Star Wars legend that passed away that everyone didn't really much know about. But it comes from giantfreakingrobot.com. So we're gonna pull that up and I'll tell you about what it is. One of the most influential figures in Hollywood history has passed away. Alan Ladd Jr., the legendary producer and studio executive who greenlighted the very first Star Wars movies, has passed away at the age of 84. All through, he might not be a household name in the way that George Lucas, Mel Gibson, and Ron Howard are. He was crucial to all at their careers. Studio executives generally get a bad rap when the history of great films and filmmakers are written. But Alan Ladd Jr. was responsible for the creation of much of what we think now known as the fundamental pop culture. Not just Star Wars, though it is astonishing to think that he lived to see one of the biggest science fiction franchises of all time come from being the pipe dream of a young, breeded USC graduate obsession with cars and him saying okay. Alan Ladd Jr. commissioned George Lucas to write up the Star Wars after the young filmmaker gave him a valuable outline of his ideas for the space opera, which did not have a much precedent in Hollywood, except for accurate Flash Gordon serials from a decade prior. Even though Lucas had made only a edition Bennion film, starred a black-faced Robert Duvall. And it just goes on from here. I don't want to really go really into that, but yeah, it's really sad to see someone that you don't really know much about, but leaned really well with Star Wars. So it's crazy to see that, but I think he did really well for the movie industry, but I think Star Wars probably wouldn't be the same without that guy. So it's sad, but let's move on. But also as well, good news: Overwatch 2 team has actually responded. This comes from Game Radar today. I found this out today, but yeah, Overwatch 2 team has responded. So this is going to be very interesting to talk about here. So I'm going to pull that up. This comes from Game Rant. I'm sorry about that. Game Rant. Not Game Radar, but Game Rant. But Overwatch 2 responds to the players dominating beta information. Overwatch 2 community manager NB addressed the concerns that the fans have about the game's beta when it's going to release. Fans have been waiting a long time for more information on one of Blizzard's entertainment upcoming games, Overwatch 2, which was first announced over 2 years ago. Community manager NB has spoken with fans about a metaphor, as well as Overwatch tournaments. Fans have been hoping for an Overwatch 2 beta for a while now, discussing their concerns on a thread regarding a recent tournament, the Overwatch Empowerment Cup. Andy B explained to his fans that the team is working on an upcoming sequel known that they are waiting for more information that doesn't have anything to announce right now. This upsets a lot of people looking forward to Overwatch 2, as they are feeling that the team needs to improve on its communication and give more updates if it does not want to lose Overwatch players. Trust. Understanding this, Annie B also said that the team hopes that when it does announce more, it will regain the lost trust of that no longer have faith in it. It's good to know that the team is working on Overwatch 2 is aware of the concerns that the fans of the original game have. This will hopefully result in the team giving the fans what they have been wanting by revealing more information on the game sooner rather than later instead of the announcing tournaments that they don't care about as much. Some fans have even feel that the upcoming season of the Overwatch League, which is expected to begin on March 5th, should be delayed until Overwatch 2's release so that there aren't too many changes made at once. While fans feel that their patience and trust have been tested over the past year, some are understanding of the situation, thanked Annie B for not staying silent on this issue, feeling that there is such a little communication going on. They were glad to get a response even if at what Annie B had to say didn't give them much to look forward to. Some fans have been also made clear in the replies to Annie B's statement that they would like to know when Overwatch 2 team will be ready to announce more information. That way they can at least get a bit of news rather than feeling like they are in a dark completely. With a little information on Overwatch 2 so far, there are some fans concerned that the game will not meet up with their intentional speculations. Hopefully, when Overwatch 2 does fully release, players will be pleased by the game and their faith in the team will be restored. Overwatch 2 is currently in development. So what do you guys think of Overwatch 2 team responding to the players demanding for a beta information? I'm sure they will probably respond to it really soon. So what do you guys think of it? It sounds very interesting, but I don't know. We'll have to see. I think I'm done with Blizzard after that whole harassment incident and how they handle it. I'm sure a lot of people are upset with Blizzard, but since, Microsoft and Activision are working on a deal with Xbox and Activision and Blizzard, I know they made a deal with Microsoft to clear all that situation up. And hopefully they really will, and hopefully they'll make Microsoft Xbox, as it's known today, for Activision Blizzard to be a better company, because right now they aren't right now because they're losing sales on all of its games, and it's like a big blow for them. And if Microsoft and Activision didn't really stand up to that in that situation, I don't think Activision Blizzard would be around until this day. I think all the Call of Duty games would be run by a different company, and it wouldn't be the same. So, and they were looking to sell their company to someone, and Microsoft stepped in and they took the deal. So, and I think that deal should go through to 2023. I know they will kind of sort of help the situation with the Activision Blizzard scandal that's been going around. So hopefully, in my own opinion, I do have a lot of faith in Microsoft Xbox that they could help Activision Blizzard with the situation. But it's only an acquisition because I know they want this deal not to go through, but I really have a lot of faith in them. So hopefully they will. But we'll see how they operate in the future. Yeah, true. There's a lot of decisions by them, but if this deal does go through by the end of this year, which I really hope it will, hopefully this Activision Blizzard company will still stay around, because Microsoft Xbox bought GameStop, and GameStop has still been running for a very long time because they were going to go out of business. And I've been a fan of GameStop for a very long time, so I wouldn't want to see that go either. So if Microsoft and Activision can buy and get Activision Blizzard, it would be a really big, huge deal in the gaming industry, and it would be big for Xbox. So, and Phil is definitely doing an amazing job with the Microsoft Xbox thing that's been going around in Xbox Game Pass, because Xbox Game Pass does need games like that, and I would see some of the games coming to Xbox Game Pass, like Crash Bandicoot, maybe Spyro. I would see those games come, and I would like to see some other games come back, like StarCraft. That's another game that hasn't been made in a long time. I would definitely like to see that, and Guitar Hero. A lot of people haven't been talking about Guitar Hero. Tony Skates is another one that hasn't been made in a long time. I would definitely like to see games like that come for a comeback, but we'll have to see in the future. But time will tell by then. Any more Q&A? We're gonna do a Q&A right now, but is there any questions you want me to talk to me about before I head off for the day? So, any more questions before I head off for the day? I'm gonna do a Q&A, and then I'm gonna wrap things up and kind of take a break for a little bit to get ready for my next stream in a little bit. But anyone got any Q&A questions before I wrap this up? But yeah, I love those games, especially Spyro. Yeah, Spyro was good. I played it on the Game Boy. I had it on the Game Boy. I played one of the Spyro games that were on the Game Boy, and I love that game. It's really good, and it's just about a dragon. So I would definitely like to see something like that at the Game Pass. And I've always been a big fan of the Crash Bandicoot games. I played some of them before. I haven't really played like all the Crash Bandicoot games, but I played some of them. And definitely that racing game should be on Game Pass as well. My first question, when is your next stream? I'm streaming in about 2 hours again, but depends how I feel by then. Because I don't want to get because yesterday, guys, I didn't tell you, I almost was about to fall asleep on stream last night, which I had to stop streaming at that time. So depending how I feel, around 4 o'clock, because I know that's when I'm supposed to be live, Pacific time. Depending how I feel around that time, I might go live today, but if I do feel tired, I will not be streaming around that time, so I can at least have some time to basically relax and do some other things. So, but if I do feel like going live at 4 o'clock, I will definitely keep you guys updated around the 2 hours, but I'm definitely going to be taking a break after this podcast, but we'll have to see. My second question is, what games are you really into right now? I'm looking to get lost in a good game. Right now, I've kind of been mixing up my content recently, but I've been playing a lot of Fortnite, Animal Crossing, Dead by Daylight, and I've been trying to get into other games too as well, but I've mostly been playing Fortnite, Animal Crossing, Dead by Daylight, and a little bit of Apex. I have been taking a break from Warzone because Warzone hasn't felt my expectations recently, because it's just the game is not really that great anymore to me. It's not fun. So I've been taking a long break from Warzone for a while because I'm not enjoying it. It's not fun for me anymore. I just can't do it. So I don't play Warzone anymore, but I'm just looking for other games to play on. But for my main focus games right now, it probably would be Fortnite, Animal Crossing, Dead by Daylight, and Apex right now. But I try to mix it up with other games and go on from there. But I think those would probably be my main games right now that I kind of currently play on Twitch. because I mostly focus on my EverSwitch games on YouTube. I do like YouTube videos for them, so we'll have to see. And I do the podcasts on here too as well on Twitch, so yeah. Dude, everyone on Warzone is like a bot or something and saying skills. I have no chance. Yeah, I have no chance either. Because that game has definitely a lot of skill, and there's a lot of people that are actually good, some people that aren't really good. So it's definitely strange around with Warzone. And I thought Warzone was actually fun when it first started out. It was really fun at the time, but since then, I just don't play it anymore. It's just not fun. It's just not great where it's at right now. I don't say it's dead. I think when eventually, if that Microsoft and Xbox deal does go through with Activision Blizzard, hopefully they'll make basically the game a little bit better. Hopefully. But if it doesn't, then I have no chance of returning to that game until they fix their bugs, their anti-cheat issues, and that's the only thing that I really would want to change for Warzone. So right now it's just sweaty. That's what I could say about Warzone. It's just a sweaty game. Just a lot of sweats. There's a lot of people better than me, but they play the game too much. So it's just crazy, you know. But and also third question is, what kind of headset is that? The audio quality is really good. This is a Turtle Beach. This is a Turtle Beach headset. It's an Xbox built-in Turtle Beach headset. But yeah, I'm wearing a Turtle Beach headset. Yeah, that's too much sweat for me. Yeah, it's very sweaty. I can't play it because I can't really hear anyone coming up, or I just have to camp the whole entire time just to wait for someone to come in. And I don't like camping because camping's not my thing. I just like to move around as much as possible around the map. But there's just a lot of people that camp in that game, and I just can't do it. I just can't. There's just no chance for me to play that game, and it's just not fun for me, and it's not entertaining for you guys. So I can't do it, and I can't hardly get a win in there. I have never had a win in Warzone, hardly. Only if it's like a certain mode that I play that I can usually get a win. But Warzone in general, I really can't, 100% at all. Camping feels like cheating to me. In a way, yes, but in a way, no. I just makes you. I think you're basically just wasting your time just to basically cheat. Just to basically just sit there. Like, there's just no chance, and it just harms the game, and that's just what happens. So I just don't play it anymore. That's all I can say. But yeah. But anyways, I'm gonna wrap up the podcast here for today. Sorry if I was a little off with my podcast today. I just been a little bit tired, but I did relax. But I'm gonna relax a little bit just to get ready for the next stream. But if I don't feel like doing the stream at 4:00 today, I will cancel it and try and stream tomorrow, and hopefully everything will be better for me. But anyways, I'm gonna head out. Appreciate everyone coming in, hanging out. And I will see you guys in about 2 hours. I will be playing Fortnite and Animal Crossing, and I think that will be on Nintendo Switch. So I hope to see you guys there, and thank you guys so much for listening.